there is only one reality, and that is you, the present moment that we all share, consciousness. The present moment and consciousness are one and the same. It cannot be grasped by the mind or known through an outside source. All the mind is thoughts of an objective reality. Consciousness is the recognition of the pure subjective self that we all share, that never changes throughout experience. And love is the recognition of sharing the same mind or being or reality with another. A conscious connection of being one, just like a cell in your body is an individual that lives in connection with other cells to orchestrate a form of body. You as a human and other humans are connected in the same way to a society, a collective that make up the spiritual health of a planet. If a cell in your body disconnects from being in connection to the I, the you, consciousness, it creates a disharmony that invites separation or sickness. Same with us and the planet when we disconnect from being one with it. We harm the environment and ourselves, thus leads to sickness, destruction, and death. Anyways, consciousness is the sense of I that never changes throughout experience. Thoughts and feelings and the outside world always changes. And so does your personality if you pay close attention. But there is a sense of I that has been the same I throughout your entire life. That I is consciousness. All else is an illusion of the mind's reality. A shared illusion of consciousness mind, the universe. Consciousness can never be thought of or fully grasped, only pointed towards as the knowing of the self, the beingness of experience. In this video, I will do an attempt to point and direct the mind to itself through an explanation of our materialistic and so-called scientific point of view of reality and connect it with our chakras. There is only one pure subject of reality, and that is I, or you, or consciousness. That is empty of objective content, a peaceful void to relax back into. We cannot think or imagine this subjective self, only be it. This peace happens every time we fall asleep at night. We simply surrender the mind back into itself until we fall deep asleep. This is what meditation is all about. To let go of thoughts, the content of mind, and relax back into itself consciously. It is our natural state of being. It is not even a state. It is simply being, knowing, consciousness, meditation. We cannot speak of this, only experience this through the present moment, where all potential of life lies as an illusion of self. To illustrate what consciousness is, this one reality that we all share and has in potential to recognize, the closest I found is to draw an empty bubble. And this is the first objective sense of self, the emptiness, the mind of consciousness. This mind is a mystery to itself, and is the empty source of all in existence, the mother of all. In this empty bubble, consciousness got an idea of itself that sparked a radiant sense of self that manifested as light or spirit. That is a mind itself that fractalized its essence out in the universe, much like the all-famous Big Bang. This light, mind or spirit inspire itself from this one idea of itself as an objective being called spirit, to take the shape of other colored rays of light, much like a rainbow. This idea of the mind of consciousness manifested galaxies as other selves that holds subsets of minds of that original thought or idea of itself. These minds or of galaxies that connects to its source correlates with the crown chakra that understands oneness and is a shape-shifting identity. This mind, spirit, light or galaxy contains a subset of self that we call a solar system or soul, our system. A spirit is an idea of mind, and a soul is an accumulation of these ideas or spirit to perceive an illusion of another objective self. The sun is the eye of spirit that perceives an objective world of planet. The sun radiates with spiritual ideas that we call solar energy towards this physical objective world we call planets. The sun correlates with the third eye that perceives the clarity of self onto the objective reality. The waves of light that radiates onto the planet correlates with the throat chakra that brings the idea of self to the planet in order to be expressed in form. The planets that receives the inspiration to express itself through life forms is a host to life, which correlates with the heart chakra, that is the loving bridge between the manifested physical reality and the unmanifested spiritual reality, which in essence are one and the same. A connection of inner spiritual life and outer physical life. The heart chakra is where the souls rest in order to be in contact with spirit, and is where the worlds meet as the energy we call love, which is the recognition of sharing the same being with another. The solar plexus chakra, or the solar plexus chakra, is where we find the will of the seemingly separate sense of self that is much like the experience of being a human. In order to connect with the heart in the physical illusion of reality, the personal I must find its direction, its way, and choose its sense of self through its spiritual endeavor to find meaning, to find and recognize its soul's essence. The sacral chakra is where our instincts are recognized through sensations and feelings. The relationship between all objective sense of selves, much like our animalistic nature that creates the physical chemistry of all relationships in nature. We can observe this behavior in animals, insects, vegetables, etc. The root chakra is the raw identification with being a physical object. It deals with the survival of what is solid, much like the 4 elements that make up the physical body and the physical world. We can call this the atomic state of being, depending on your perspective on reality. The 7 chakras could be understood to be a state of mind or being, depending on your perspective, of course, on the illusion of the world. No one is right or true, only a pointer to what is. The root chakra state of mind or being deals with the illusion of survival, the survival patterns of its physical form or any sense of form, to be in a state of survival as a body in a world made up by the 4 elements: fire, air, water, earth, or you could say just the particles. The sacral chakras state of mind or being deals with the illusion of relationships, the chemistry of physical life. All objective content is in relationship to another, which generates feelings and sensation of being alive, being a part of life. The solar plexus chakra's state of mind or being deals with the illusion of will, a personal will that is wanting to control its will through doing actions, a personal sense of self that is doing what it wants as it's socializing with other personal selves in a shared world. The heart chakra's state of mind or being deals with the illusion of love. When we recognize our true nature as consciousness, that empty peace inside, we connect with our inner peace that no one can take away from us. When we recognize this in another being, we call this love, which is the recognition of sharing the same being. All is connected. The throat chakra's state of mind or being deals with the illusion of truth, to express one's truth and being wise when to share it. The third eye chakra's state of mind or being deals with the illusion of separation, a clear perception of polarity and duality, a clarity of seeing through the illusional veil of separation. The crown chakra state of mind or being deals with the illusion of understanding oneness, the spiritual sense of self that is recognized through simply the knowing, the I that takes many forms, the shapeshifter that is essentially recognized as the same I, consciousness, empty mind, the mind that is recognized as the empty peace on the inside and the fullness of love on the outside, the paradox of happiness that is you and I in a cosmic dance of life, the same ungraspable self that cannot be thought of or known, only recognized as what everything simply is: consciousness, the knowing, the being, the undescribable I that will never be revealed in the objective world, the I that will always search for itself in the objective experience for eternity and be that ungraspable space of infinity. It is only in the gaps of thoughts that the truth can be recognized. Hope this sheds some light on our shared reality through this complex yet simplified module of reality. The intention of this video was to hopefully spark this recognition of our shared being, that undescribable sense of peace that we all share through connecting with the self. Hopefully this version of the chakra system will help you navigate life in a greater clarity. I know it helped me at least, to free my mind of what does not serve the truth of my soul's being. If you like this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe for more.